January 9th, 2026. Belarus is battling a severe winter crisis triggered by Storm Ulli. Heavy snowfall, powerful winds, and plunging temperatures intensified sharply on Friday, bringing transportation across much of the country to a near standstill. The storm has pushed not only roads but also the national energy infrastructure to its limits, severely disrupting daily life in many regions. As winter revealed its harshest face, the effects of the freezing conditions and widespread disruption continued to ripple across the country. The storm struck hardest in eastern and southeastern Belarus, with authorities issuing red alerts in the Mogilev and Gomel regions. In several settlements, snow depth reached nearly half a meter, while temperatures dropped to -14 degrees Celsius and winds strengthened further. Visibility fell to almost zero, and roads quickly became impassable. Officials confirmed that more than 250 settlements experienced power outages, as freezing conditions damaged electrical lines and overwhelmed repair crews. With transportation paralyzed in both rural and urban areas, rescue teams worked around the clock, responding to dozens of vehicles stranded on snow-covered roads. In just a few hours, emergency crews managed to tow more than 40 vehicles to safety. The storm became even more dangerous due to risky decisions by some drivers. Near the village of Stashino, 3 vehicles attempting to take a shortcut across an open, snow-covered field became stuck simultaneously. The incident served as a stark reminder of how quickly poor decisions can turn life-threatening in extreme winter conditions. As Storm Ulli continues to grip Belarus, authorities are urging residents to avoid unnecessary travel, follow official warnings, and treat all winter routes as potentially dangerous. Rescue teams successfully evacuated both the stranded vehicles and the people inside them to safe locations, despite the freezing temperatures and strong winds. Following these incidents, authorities issued an urgent appeal to the public, urging citizens to avoid using private vehicles unless absolutely necessary in order to prevent similar emergencies. In the capital city of Minsk, snowfall also intensified significantly on Friday. In several areas, snow depth rose to the level of car trunks, with many vehicles almost completely buried. Images from around Dunovichi and the Cultural Institute clearly show that conditions in the capital have gone far beyond what is considered normal winter weather. Officials continue to monitor the situation closely as winter conditions remain severe, emphasizing caution, preparedness, and adherence to emergency guidance. The situation in Minsk proved especially challenging for public transportation. Trolleybuses and city buses became stuck on snow-covered roads, struggling to move forward. In the midst of these difficulties, a powerful display of solidarity emerged across the capital. Police officers and ordinary citizens joined forces to push stranded vehicles and restore traffic flow. These moments, where neighbors stepped in to help drivers trapped in the snow, became a source of morale for the city during one of its toughest moments. Beyond transportation, the storm and heavy snow accumulation severely tested the resilience of local infrastructure. In the village of Broya, in the Bobruisk district, the metal frame of a greenhouse at a forest nursery collapsed under the combined pressure of snow and strong winds. Fortunately, no one was inside the structure at the time, preventing what could have been a serious loss of life. Damage assessments began immediately following the collapse. Experts used the incident as an important reminder that during extreme winter weather, lightweight structures with wide open spans are particularly vulnerable to failure. Authorities continue to urge caution as severe winter conditions persist across the region. In response to the worsening winter crisis across Belarus, authorities moved quickly to tighten control and reduce risk. The State Traffic Safety Inspectorate activated a special emergency protocol focused specifically on severe weather conditions. Under this plan, traffic police are now working extended shifts, with additional units deployed to major highways, key intersections, and known trouble spots. Officials are delivering clear, direct warnings to drivers. Cars are not to be parked along roadsides, as they block snowplows and slow emergency access. Residents are being urged to use public transportation whenever possible and to avoid long-distance travel unless it is absolutely necessary. The message is simple. Unnecessary movement right now creates danger, not just for drivers, but for rescue crews as well. Weather officials explained that the region is currently under the influence of a southern cyclone that settled over eastern Belarus on Friday. While atmospheric pressure has begun to rise slowly, signaling a possible gradual shift, conditions remain far from safe. Snowfall may ease at times, but the threat is not over. Warnings remain at the highest level, especially for heavy snow accumulation and dangerous icing expected during the overnight hours into Saturday. Authorities continue to stress that even brief improvements in weather do not mean conditions are safe. For now, caution, patience, and limited travel remain the strongest tools for getting through this storm safely. Snow removal crews, infrastructure teams, and emergency responders have been working non-stop throughout the day, fighting to keep city transportation from completely shutting down. Despite brutal cold and whiteout conditions, crews remain on the ground, pushing through exhaustion to keep roads, power systems, and critical services functioning. What this blizzard has made clear is that crisis management in Belarus is no longer just the responsibility of state agencies. In many areas, especially in the Mogilev region, it has evolved into a powerful show of social unity. Emergency coordination centers have brought people together from every sector. Municipal workers, trade union members, healthcare staff, and energy workers have all stepped in, working side by side with volunteers to support relief efforts. Snow clearing is no longer focused only on main roads. Teams are working everywhere they're needed, clearing hospital entrances, school grounds, bus stops, and the front areas of social institutions. The goal is no longer convenience. It's access, safety, and keeping essential services reachable. Meteorologists say the Ulli storm is more than just another severe winter event. It may mark a historic moment. When experts compare it to the infamous Javier storm of 2013, which many still remember for its extreme snow accumulation, the scale of the current situation becomes impossible to ignore. This storm is testing not just infrastructure, but endurance, coordination, and the strength of communities working together under pressure. Snow accumulation has now exceeded previous records. During past major storms, snowfall peaked at around 32 centimeters, but this time some areas have already reached 34 centimeters, setting a new benchmark. Data from the Belarus Hydrometeorological Center confirms that the freezing conditions are not over yet. Temperatures across the country dropped to -14 degrees Celsius on Friday, while nighttime wind speeds reached up to 24 meters per second in certain regions, underscoring the intensity of the storm. Officials are emphasizing just how severe this winter season has been so far, and the numbers support that assessment. Since the beginning of the year, more than 11,300 cubic meters of snow have already been processed at snowmelting facilities in Minsk alone. Experts warn that if conditions continue at this pace, the country is on track to break yet another seasonal record before winter ends. Our thoughts are with everyone across Belarus affected by these harsh winter conditions. If you want to stay informed about major natural events without exaggeration or sensationalism, and instead follow reporting based on verified data and real conditions on the ground, consider subscribing to the channel. We'll continue bringing you clear, accurate, and impartial updates as the situation develops.